All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, Joshy Bacon, Vedanjakaja, Blood Isaac, Simply Snaps, Lou, and Moogle Knight. Thank you guys for the good luck. And I guess the happy partner anniversary. As we all know that there's any celebration that's worth celebrating, it's your Twitch partner anniversary. And it is true that I was partnered 12 years ago now. Which means that in exactly 1 year and 1 day, it will be possible for someone to be on Twitch while not against their terms of service, and they would have been born after I got partner. So thanks for the good luck, Kurodog and Braxibus. And thank you very much, Indecisive Walk, for the 43 months of Tier 1. Do appreciate the continued support. Oh yeah, Automod, it's not Automod, but like, I have some of the more aggressive swear words blacklisted, for my chat at least. Twilight Princess is also turning 20 years old later this year. Although Twilight Princess almost turning 20 doesn't... I guess, like, the age of Twilight Princess itself does not mean a whole lot to me, because by the time that I got into Zelda games, Twilight Princess had already been out for a few years. So to me, like, from some of my perspective, Twilight Princess has kind of just always existed. But, like, the Age of Skyward Sword, I can kind of feel for, because, like, I got Skyward Sword on launch day. Well, it would help if we hit the D-pad. So thanks for the good luck, apes. Yeah, hopefully today we can get a run past Lake Bed. I keep on not being able to get to the end of Lake Bed without losing stupid amounts of time, so... Very good, Rock. You feel relieved being surrounded by Skyward Sword appreciators. It is true that there are quite a lot of people who express dissatisfaction with Skyward Sword. But I am definitely not one of them. I think Skyward Sword is great. Though I do also think that there are very valid reasons to not like Skyward Sword. So, like, a lot of the complaints that people have, I'm kind of just like, yeah, like, there is a point to that. But usually the things that people complain about with regards to Skyward Sword, like, are not things that... Also, hello? Am I putting the rock in the wrong spot? I might have just been putting the rock in the wrong spot. Alright, well, we lost 10 seconds, but we're gonna continue. You're the Skyward Sword hater. Well, welcome on in anyway. Liking Skyward Sword is not a requirement. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone complains about, like, the art style or the music of Skyward Sword. People complain about, like, the game being linear to a fault, or Thigh popping up too much to tell you things that are usually pretty obvious, or, like, being frustrated at the controls, which is very valid, because motion controls are not necessarily simple to use, so... And, like, the specific lighting of the environment that you're in can affect whether or not they actually work properly. Well, yeah, so, like, one of the things that goes into the motion controls, like, deciding which way is forward is, like, the Wii Remote, like, being able to pick out the infrared light that the sensor bar emits, and deciding that that direction is forward, but if there is infrared light coming from somewhere else, right, the Wii Remote might decide that that direction is now forward. And then you point the Wii Remote forward, and Link holds his sword at some extremely awkward and unnatural angle. Because the Wii Remote has decided that this new direction is instead forward. And one very big source of infrared light, along with many other wavelengths of light, is the sun. So, like, if you're trying to play Skyward Sword, you know, in, like, a living room with some big sliding glass door to the outside world, the Wii Remote might just think, oh yeah, that window is forward now. Why, like, for me specifically, because I have a window, like, over there, there will occasionally be times where, like, when playing Skyward Sword, my Wiimote has decided that that way is forward. And if I recognize that that's happening during, like, an intensive moment or something, I might actually, like, adjust how I'm doing the motion controls to account for that direction being forward instead, because I know that that's what the Wii Remote is doing. So thanks for the good luck, Nano Tyrannus. Thanks for the good luck as well, Tracking a Snove, and hey, it's John. But yeah, I mean, the lighting also just goes into, like, a bigger thing of the fact that, like, motion controls are very complicated to implement, right? Obviously, significantly more complicated than just pressing button. So, there's, like, a lot of little nuances that go into Skyward Sword's motion controls that, you know, when you learn about all of them and know how to adapt to all of them, the controls are actually really good, right? But the problem is, if you don't know about them, which most people casually playing the game do not, then it can be very frustrating when the controls do things that you don't understand. Right? Because the game says, do this to slash downwards, and you're like, but I did that, and it didn't slash downwards. One slap. Two slap. Well. Pretty good bow. Oh, hello, Ritnik. Thank you very much, Vertex7, for the $5 super chat. I was indeed a goat at hurting those goats earlier. Anything under 20 seconds is always really good. Aren't the Wii controls technically superior to HDs in ideal conditions? I guess it depends on what exactly you mean by that. Like, I mean, I guess in a general sense, I would say yes. Because, like, the HD controls get desynced very easily. The Wiimote controls tend to stay synced significantly better. But that's also why in HD they allow you to recalibrate the controls at any moment in time, right? By just pressing the Y button. So, like, as far as actually speedrunning with the controls go, I actually do kind of prefer HD's motion controls for the most part, just because of the fact that you can recalibrate literally whenever. So it ends up becoming like, okay, I'm just going to recalibrate before every single action, and then every single action will just kind of be consistent without having to think about it. The one thing I would say that the HD controls are not better at is the sword stabbing. For some reason, getting the sword stabbing to work consistently is harder on HD compared to Wii, so when it comes to stabbing things, Wii Remote is definitely superior. I mean, yeah, I haven't really done any speedruns on Switch 2 for Skyward Sword HD, so it is possible that the Switch 2 Joy-Cons are much better with staying synced up. Again, though, like, at least from my perspective, it doesn't really matter as long as the controls can stay synced for, like, you know, 10 or 15 seconds, since you can just... Like, I already got into the habit of recalibrating before literally every motion input, so... As long as they can stay calibrated for the motion input, I'm good with it. Also, thanks for the good luck bloobs. Hopefully that was okay. It might have been a little too far inside. I don't know. SMB1 is potentially days away from its final any percent record. Oh, like the record, the RTA record being equal to the TAS, I assume is what that means. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I knew that they were, like, pretty close for a long time. Like, I think last I heard, someone, like, there's some person who's been able to do, like, one half of the run equal to the task, and the second, and, like, the other half of the run equal to the task, but just not together in a single run before. Tie the task to the third to last room of 8-4 yesterday. Ah, that sounds pretty far in. I assume that is the last level. I don't know if the task has been, like, formally proved to be optimal, but I mean, like, I assume the task time has not improved in many years. But yeah, so, like, if an RTA run ties the current task, right, that basically means that it is literally impossible to get a new record unless a new discovery is found, which, considering how much time people have had to analyze Super Mario Bros., like, it's a small enough game that you would think, like, at some point you might be able to find everything for this, right? But obviously there's no way to actually know if we're at that point. Right, and there's the frame rule. Darn it. Why does the further away one always come over towards it? I keep failing to wait long enough. I'm pretty sure is my issue with that. Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense to some degree that, like, someone could tie the task time for Super Mario Bros. Any percent, just because, like, you know, it's nice. It's a 2D game, right? So you're not moving, or so you're not dealing with complex 3D movement, which I don't think, like, I don't think anyone's ever going to reach task level movement for a 3D Zelda game, like, ever. But yeah, like, Super Mario Bros. Is just simple enough that, like, I think it's simple enough that that's a possibility that can happen. So thanks for the good luck, Asher. What was my favorite year of streaming? An interesting question. I don't know if there's really a single year that stands out, but, like, 2019 was really cool because that's when reverse bit magic was discovered. And Skyward Sword. – 2018 was also pretty good because that's when, no, yeah, I would say 2018. Because that's the year that Morph Hover was discovered, and we no longer had to do Fairy Hover in Wind Waker HD. Oh boy, Fairy Hover was awful. Yeah, 2019 was the year that Skyward Sword got reverse bit magic. The GameCube Wind Waker got barrier skip. And I think got Moonwarp. It's 2019 when OOT was also when SRM was discovered. Or was that 2018? I guess if we're being stupidly technical, SRM was actually found in 2007, but, like, you know, actually realized its full potential of. Also, thanks for the good luck, Harune. Yeah, I do remember 2019. The Twilight Princess community looked on and was like, oh, can we get something big? And the answer was no. So thanks for the good luck, Nillyberry. Okay, though. Twilight Princess has had a good number of things discovered in, like, the past 2.5-ish years.
Yep.
I mean, I've mentioned this before, but, like, by far the biggest improvement to Twilight Princess lately is the fact that Arbiter's Grounds is easier than it previously was, and is not stupid anymore. Because Arbiter's Grounds has had this habit of getting progressively more difficult as the years have gone on. And, like, right before displacement clipping, at least for me personally, I felt that Arbiter's Grounds was just, like, stupidly difficult to do well. And now it is still kind of difficult to do well because Stallard Skip is not, like, easy to do, but... oh boy, the fact that Pogate Skip is just not very hard to do is a true blessing to making Arbiter's Grounds much easier. And yeah, Kitty climbing Goron Mines is really cool. HD got look-through clipping, which is very silly and doesn't actually save a whole lot of time, but I think it's very silly. Though it did actually get rid of a pretty bad trick in 100%, which was the Cave of Ordeal's floor skips with third-person claw shot clipping. Now you can just look through clip, which is much easier than doing those third-person claw shot clips. Also, thanks for the good luck, Mason. It is indeed the partner anniversary. I've been partner for 12 years now. Didn't kill the Bokoblin, darn it. Well. This is unfortunate. Please turn left. Okay. Wait, really? You serious? Cool spider. I guess I should have moved to the right more the first time I attempted to cross it, because I think I just got too close to it in general. That was very silly. SR stands for Zelda Spider's Revenge. I guess that time it did, yeah. I guess our file name for the next 50 seconds is Linka. The reason we reset is because we got trolled by the spider in the first room of Forest Temple. Spider was very mean, and decided that it was not going to let me pass. And I guess decided to channel its inner Gandalf. Happy partner anniversary. Really the most momentous of occasions. You can tell that I personally care about this very much. Thanks for the good luck power metal dev. Thanks for the good luck as well, Squee. Which iteration of Link has my favorite voice? I don't know that I've ever cared about, like, the voice that Link's had too much. I don't really think I have much of an opinion on any iteration of his voice. Considering the fact that all we get to hear of his voice are, like, grunts and screams, so... Good start here. A little awkward near the end, but 20 seconds is still very good. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom voices are nice because Link does a lot of small humming and such when he's cooking. That's true. I guess we do get a little more of Link's voice in those games. Would turning the graphics down make me a faster speedrunner? Well, this game, as far as I'm aware, does not have graphics options, so... I mean, in theory, if you could, somehow turn down the graphics quality, it probably would help, because it would reduce lag, but... Wow, perfect bow RNG. Very cool. The partner anniversary message a thing last year? I honestly don't remember. I feel like it wasn't, because I don't remember it being a thing. I could have just not remembered. come on. But, hello? Midna? Oh my goodness. That was an incredible waste of time. Oh well. Oh, I see, Joshi. That makes sense. I don't think there's any category in Twilight Princess that's completely free of RNG, no. Unless it's something like hold a dog. Maybe. Sucks that we lost time to me being silly at the top of the tower. Because, yeah, like, pretty much every Twilight Princess category has to do goats, which is going to be RNG. Also, thanks for the good luck, Ben. So thanks for the good luck CBD sound system. First framer. much better than last time. Be a speedrun category to reach the earliest instance of RNG in the game. Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty short category for most games, since there's usually some amount of RNG calls happening in the first area of a lot of games. At least for Zelda games, definitely, because just, like, a lot of miscellaneous things call the RNG function for a number of reasons. But yeah, if we're thinking, like, meaningful RNG, then probably be picking up a rock in Twilight Princess, because then you have an RNG chance of getting, like, a blue rupee or a green rupee. Hello. Yeah, sum of best segments is just all of my best segments added together. Best possible time is all of my best segments added together from where we currently are in the run. So if I were to match my best for all of the remaining segments, then best possible time is the time that we would get. So, like, the difference between sum of best segments and best possible time is, like, the, essentially how much time I've lost to my sum of best segments so far in the run. So, right now I've lost about 23 seconds to my sum of best, which is pretty good for, getting to Master Sword. My current PB is a 247.33, which is the very last time on the splits on the left. It's far forward enough. Really? Seems like we didn't really lose any time for that happening, so... That's nice, at least. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, well, we saved 2 seconds. What's the difference between best and worst RNG in the whole run? I mean, in theory, some of the RNG can just go on infinitely. Like, in theory, ook hopping can just go on forever, so the amount of time between the best RNG and the worst RNG is infinite. My thoughts on Beast of Reincarnation. I do not know what that is, so I don't think I have any thoughts on it. Ah, it's a Souls-like game that came out recently. Oh yeah, no, I have not played that game. In fact, I don't think I've ever really played any Souls-like game before. At least as far as I'm aware. Alright, so today we are going to try doing Human Gorge Void. Because as human, you actually get 2 frames to do it. Because you can try to jump attack on 1 frame and put on Iron Boots on the next frame to give yourself a 2-frame window. And there we got the Iron Boots frame, so we had to save and quit. Which does still lose like 30-ish seconds, but that's better than losing a minute, so... I'll happily take it. one item that would save more time than ball and chain if you could skip it in any percent. I mean, there's no, like, I guess, single item, I think? I mean, because, like, a lot of the items, aside from ball and chain, we need to use for, like, multiple things. So thanks for the good luck, Ace. Yeah, because it's like, you're not skipping double claw shots. You're not skipping spinner.
My turn. Thank you. Let's move on.
I mean, Boomerang isn't even that far out of the way, I feel like. But also, Boomerang saves back more time than it would cost to skip it, so... Like, even if you could, in theory, skip it. Bro. So thank you very much, Benji Gaiman, for the 10 months at Tier 1. Do appreciate the continued support. And happy sub-month-iversary. I don't think it would be an anniversary, because that would imply a year, but 10 months is close to a year. Yeah, I mean, on its own, Boomerang only takes, like, 5 minutes to go and get, so... Come on.
He requested my best.
So, good afternoon, and thanks for the good luck, Boss Lady Trey. I mean, I guess you could argue that, like, we do only use Ending Blow once now. But Ending Blow is, like, 2.5 minutes out of the way, so that's not as much as, Ball and Chain. Slow cargo rock flight. Yeah, I mean, I don't see us skipping Master Sword or Ending Blow. Still kind of wild that the game does an actual check for being able to perform Ending Blow on Ganondorf, of all things. Considering the fact that the game forces you to get Ending Blow very early on. Am I win? I don't know if I would say I'm winning right now. Pretty sure we're gonna be behind on Elven Vessel still, because we got slower Gorge Void. And also, I lost time on Farron Escape and Lenny Gate Clip. Well, yeah, for, like, regular enemies, it makes perfect sense for that to be a check. But I don't think any of the other bosses check for Ending Blow except for Ganondorf, which is why it seems kind of weird, at least from my perspective. Like, I don't think Diababa or Thyrus or, like, Morpheal or Argarok check for actually having Ending Blow. But yeah, it probably is just, like, a consequence of however it was programmed, most likely. Oh, they do check for Ending Blow? Oh, alright. I mean, I guess it's not... It's different there because you don't have to use Ending Blow to defeat those bosses. Or at least, like, to defeat Diababa and Thyrus, but Ganondorf obviously requires it. So thanks for the good luck complex milk. It's not really the optimal way to do that. And thanks for the best of luck, Miss Cinny. Yeah, Wind Waker Link just kind of knows how to do a lot of the hidden skills automatically. Well has indeed been clipped. How linear would TP be if you couldn't get early Master Sword? I mean, the beginning of the run, like, with Back in Time and whatnot, would still be the same, but... And, like, I don't think you wouldn't have to beat Forest Temple, but it would also... It also wouldn't really save that much time to skip the second half of Forest Temple. But, like... I mean, I guess early Master Sword... It's kind of weird to say, but the run wouldn't be too much more linear with early Master Sword, I feel like. It would still be, like, a little bit more linear, but, like, with Back in Time, you can still do, like, all of the sequence breaks at the beginning the same way. I think you would have to get Zora armor, though, because you wouldn't have a way of getting a bomb bag early. In fact, you probably wouldn't get bombs throughout the entire run at all. Because you would kind of just, like, essentially do what TPHD any percent currently does, except you wouldn't have to backtrack for Iron Boots, since you'd get them early thanks to Back in Time. I'm excited for Ocarina of Time. Yes, I am. I am probably going to be playing it a lot. And speedrunning it. Any fears for the remake? I don't know if I would say I have any fears. Like, I trust that whatever happens, the game is going to be fun. mean, I guess, like, one thing that would be kind of annoying would be if, like, cutscene skips aren't implemented into the game. Because, like, the original Ocarina of Time and Ocarina of Time 3D don't allow you to skip any cutscenes. But that's obviously only annoying from, like, a speedrun perspective. Like, casually, that's not a huge deal, but... The fact that Echoes of Wisdom doesn't allow you to skip any cutscenes except for boss intro cutscenes is kind of unfortunate. Because then it means that the beginning of the game takes, like, 15 minutes longer than it really should. In addition to, like, just, you know, having to go through long cutscenes at the end of each dungeon. So thanks for the good luck, Photon. But yeah, generally I would say I am excited for Ocarina of Time on Switch 2. It will probably be a lot of fun. Keep on going late with trying to get that bug. Still early, really? I just can't win with Waterfall Side Hop. Am I going to find wrong wording on day one again? Highly doubtful. The only reason I found that was because I was one of the first people to mess around with menu storage. Like, even if I wasn't messing around with it, I'm sure someone else at some point would have accidentally found it. Not like it was particularly difficult to perform. But I guess you also had to be lucky and have it not crash as well. Also, thanks for the good luck, Tiago. But if we did find wrong warping on day one, that would be very funny. I ever lost a near world record to a crash? Not that I can immediately think of. I've definitely, like, crashed near the end of a run before. But don't think any of those runs were ever on, like, world record pace, as far as I'm aware. Some of them were probably on PB pace, like, I've definitely crashed at the end of OOT 3D any percent by returning Ferrari's Wind. I forget if it's too early or too late, but I think it has to be too late. Like, returning Ferrari's Wind too late crashes the game. Or maybe that was just because I put Ferrari's Wind in the wrong spot. I don't know. Come on. So thanks for the good luck, Folkhorn. Thanks for the good luck, unconvinced Kira. I think the bugs in Zora's River are scaled bigger than the rest of them, yeah. Not surprising with the time loss here, since we failed waterfall side hub. But I guess most of everything else was fine. It was really just waterfall side hub.
Calculate you.
Hello, Najib and DF. Welcome to the part of the run where we get to see if I lose a stupid amount of time on the claw shot segment. Would losing a stupid amount of time on the claw shot segment be good or bad for the run? Usually it's bad. I don't know, maybe sometimes it can be good, though. Alright, that's one of the stupid tricks down. Am I superstitious? Not really, no. We don't spin attack to finish them off because the game specifically tries to prevent you from finishing Shadow Beasts with just Wolflink spin attacks. Because the game wants you to do Wolflink Midna charges. If you're going to be Wolflink. But we don't have Midna on our back, unfortunately, so we cannot do the Midna charges. How's my summer been? My summer's been pretty good, I'd say. Don't have a whole lot to complain about. That's the second stupid trick down. Really? That was too early? Well. Can't have a good claw shot segment now, can we? There's no water here because we spawned in on the wrong layer of Lake Hylia. And on this layer, there is no water actor. Unfortunately, that's about a minute. Well, spawning into Lake Hylia without any water, and then doing that trick allows us to get into Lake Bed without the Zora armor. So that we can skip getting the Zora armor. Well, I guess at least the rest of the segment went well. Now we get to see if Morpheal behaves or not. Yes, all versions of Twilight Princess have Pogate skip in Arbiter's Grounds. If that's what you're referring to, Mod Savage. Really? Oh my goodness. How does this keep happening? Not that specifically, but... something always happens on this segment, it feels like, too. Nope. Very cool. Cool. Thanks, Morpheal. I don't think I can make this. That was definitely my fault to some degree, because the very first time I should have been like higher up, I guess. It's pretty rare to be too low on the first grab attempt, though, which is why I was surprised.
I'm
Man. Alright, well, we will take a small break and then try again. Alright, back to it we go. For the good luck harmful breeze. I think has the most aura in Twilight Princess. I feel like there's probably a lot of people or NPCs you could say that about in this game. Like maybe Zelda, Ashe, and Renato are all good picks. Zant is also a good one, yeah. The partner anniversary is in celebration of 12 years. I got partnered when I was 16. Now I'm 28. Echo is very sensitive. No, this guy's not gonna go in. Man. Oh my god, he's not gonna go in again. Howard, what are you doing? Sometimes Howard just decides, no. It's 93 degrees where you are. That is kind of hot, yeah. Especially if it's humid, that is gonna suck. Yes, I am 28 years old. Some people seem to be very surprised by this. Making spicy tacos for dinner. Do I want some? Well, I don't really like spicy food, so I will probably pass on the spicy tacos. If we have non-spicy ones, then maybe. Also, thanks for the good luck, Makuya. Do I ever miss being younger and the school days? Not particularly. Not to say that school was, like, bad for me at all. Like, school was pretty okay, generally, I feel like. But I mean, these days I can just kind of do what I want without having to also worry about schoolwork taking up a good chunk of my time. Have I ever tried korma curry before? Probably not. I mean, I've never had very much curry in general. Mostly because curry is like a pretty neutral thing to me. Like, it's not something that I'll really, like, seek out on a menu.
Hey.
At all. Alright, nice. Much better than last time. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think growing up, like, curry was ever a dish that was, like, made at home. far as I'm aware, is still not a dish that anyone in my immediate family makes for any meal, like ever. One slap, two slap, and a fork. Oh, oh, why would you do this? It was going so well. Well, not the best sumo wrestling, but we can continue with it. Happy partner anniversary indeed. Celebrate my Twitch partnership turning 12 years old. Next year, my Twitch partnership will be able to watch Twitch. Ah, you're good, Harmful Breeze. Most of the Morpheal time loss was kind of my fault, but there was some RNG component to it. Dang it. Not quite enough. Yeah, the Switch 2 is going up by $50 in price starting September 1st. Unfortunately.
You.
You want to buy one for Ocarina of Time? Probably want to get one before September. Waiting for the EU revision with the changeable battery. That is super fair. Yeah.
Good.
Ah, yeah, KO, that's known about.
You need.
I don't remember why it happens, but it does happen after salvaging up, like a pot. I think sometimes? I don't remember if it's sometimes or if it's all the time. Nice.
Build to where you need.
Yeah, you can't homebrew on it, and probably won't be able to homebrew on it for a bit, I would imagine. At the very least. Alright, Brexodus, we'll see you later. Apparent Happy New Year to you as well. Oh, you meant good night, I see. I mean, understandable confusion. Good night, Happy New Year. Generally, people do go to bed after the Happy New Year, so... A triangle has 4 sides. A square. This is indeed a very true fact about geometry. All triangles are squares, but not all squares are triangles. Have we checked on that? Ah, yeah. I got Euclid's personal signature saying that that is a true geometry fact. That's true. You can make everything out of triangles. Just need enough of them. I ever named a pet a Zelda character name? Well, I've never had any pets, so no. I like the Oracle games. I've never really played the Oracle games. I tried playing them, or at least I tried playing, I think, like Seasons, like a really long time ago, but never ended up getting very far.
Spring.
So I do not currently have an opinion, really, on the Oracle games.
Hunting field.
Now I want it to work.
Will it public?
I don't think Seasons is fun. Well, I'm sure someday I'll get around to playing it. Thanks for the good luck, Golden. I mean, yes, if I was going to have a pet, I probably wouldn't want to name it, like, a name that I might, like, be referring to something else as. I probably want to have it be, like, something unique. A lot of people name their pets after food dishes. I've definitely heard, like, Skittles or Skittle as a cat name before, though. Your friend has a cat named Dorito, and a different one has one named Miso. You have a raccoon named French Fries and a possum named Double Cheeseburger. I mean... I guess Double Cheeseburger is at least a name that probably would not accidentally come up too often. Cat's name is Flupka? That would be my attempted pronunciation. That's a lot of cats, Joshy. Your cats are named Tom and Jerry. Well, see, that's a good combo. Did the Scotulas scare me as a kid in any Zelda game? I don't think so. Spiders have never really been something that I've ever been, like, too afraid of. So... Wait, what am I doing? It's warp time, not save time.
What will it consist?
For some reason, that other one was very uninterested in me. Okay. Ow, that's not where I wanted that to be. That seems good enough. Surprised that didn't dig through.
Do you like Yuki?
I should have re-aimed that. Well, that sucks. Unfortunately slow. So thanks for the good luck, Keiru. Very nice. angle. Well, that just kind of sucks. If we had continued that, we would have crashed. Now I am sad. I wasn't expecting... Okay, well actually, I think what I should have done there is... I should have moved the other direction. Because the angle that I chose kind of was towards the direction that the Kargarok was coming to me at. And that probably is what made that not really work very well. And unfortunately, at this point, I do not have time to start another attempt because I have to leave somewhere, or leave for somewhere in like 2.5 hours, so... yeah. That is unfortunately going to be it for today. But thank you guys all for watching, and for apparently celebrating my Twitch partner anniversary. We will be back tomorrow with more attempts where I will not have to go somewhere at some point, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.